Jay. Hey, I'm Larry. I'm really nice. I'm really sorry about that. How are you? I'm Larry. Really good. Yeah, the white privilege. I know I had to do it. It's Thanksgiving. We're celebrating you stealing our land. I'm Larry Garza. Thank you guys so much for coming. Oh my God, this is awesome. It's a Wednesday night, and we're here. That's awesome. Thank you to the LOL. This is amazing. You guys are gonna have such hangovers tomorrow with your fucking shitty family. I can't wait. And it's my fault. And you guys are gonna be like, oh, and they're gonna be like, why are you don't you feel good? I went to a comedy show where this guy talked about fucking a girl in crutches, and like, just wait, like that's a preface. It's like how American Beauty started. Like, you know what's coming. Thanksgiving's fun, I like it, but I think it's bullshit. I don't think we celebrate it the way that we were intended. We don't celebrate the pilgrims and shit. We don't celebrate, you know, like, smallpox. Like, we don't celebrate that. You've heard it all, you've seen the memes, I'm not gonna repeat them. We don't all give thanks. What do? We fucking eat. We go and eat, that's all we do. I love, and I go to two families, I'm married, sorry guys. I'm married, not guys as is the collective, I mean men. I'm sorry to all the curious dudes. I mean, I'm down for some stuff, you know what I mean? We'll stovetop that bitch, dude. I don't give a fuck. No! And you're a power bottom, I could just tell. And I am too, and we clashed. We'd have to butt scissor. So, we get together to eat food, and I love it. I love my wife's mashed potatoes. Man, I'll eat her papas anything. They're delicious. Little sour cream in them. Oh, that's how we got 2 kids because of that shit. It was delicious. And just because I love my wife's papas doesn't mean I don't like other papas. They don't have to be mashed, they could be baked. Right, stoner chicks? They could be baked papas. They could be scallop papas, and sometimes I'm like, girl, you look rotten. There's something wrong. You need to see a doctor with your rotten ass, but I'll do it anyway because I'm giving thanks. This is what you're in for. We're gonna have awkward conversations. Jay was talking about it. Jay, Whitecotton, one of my best friends, guy who's so upset. White on white crime exists. Do you see that? Like, it's a real thing. Or it will be. We'll see in the parking lot. I'm not gonna shit on you all day with that. Yeah, we're gonna have awkward conversations because all of your shitty relatives that post ugly Facebook things are gonna be there in person. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to that uncle that shares all that MAGA shit and all the immigration shit when he's Mexican himself? Like, what the fuck? You're like, you know he means us, right, Deal? I'm not gonna get too political, but he means us, Deal, please! No, but you gotta understand that he's not a politician and he doesn't know what he's talking about. That doesn't make a good president! Because I think social media ruined our country, ruined our world. I think social media ruined so many things. So please, guys, follow me at Larry Garza Comedy on Instagram. And need validation. Oh, click like Instagram so I can show off how many people like shit. I'm so mad. I think it ruins so much stuff because I am the type of nephew that will enable that pissed off Dio. Like, he'll be good, we'll be cool, he'll be in his fucking Cowboys jersey and his fucking jorts and his ankle socks and his K-Swiss. You know, the Marbach fight in the parking lot starter kit. You know that guy. Some of them's here all proud with their Cowboys shirt. Get the fuck out of here. Academy fucking Black Friday gas. But see, I want to have these conversations. Like, I'll, like, all the time, you see them all the time talking shit online, saying really horrible things with like a profile picture that's like a bald eagle. Or like the American flag, and you're like, I want to click on his profile and see what kind of ass. Eagle, 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 eagle. Grandson, eagle, eagle. Fuck your grandson. And you'll get in these arguments, dude, and like one time I called a guy out. I was like, you know what? Let's fucking be men. You're talking all this shit online. Let's fucking meet up and have a real conversation. And then he went, okay. And I went, fuck. That's gonna kill me. And he did. We met up where all civil conversations happen, a bar, you know, where people, you know, can talk like real people. And so he told me, he was real blunt, and he goes, look, man, look, I ain't racist or anything. You said that. You both of you said that before. Because you know that's a preface for some very racist shit that's about to be said. He goes, look, man, look, I ain't racist or anything. I just want you people to go back where you came from. And I was like, Seguin? He goes, no, man, no, I don't mean like where you people came from. I mean where like your great-great-grandfather came from. I went, oh, you mean Seguin? This used to be Mexico, you dumb motherfucker. Read a book. Texas history, it's easy. I'll fucking give you a crash course right now. Like, we all know that fucking this land was our land. It's a great Thanksgiving bit, right? We were all fucking Mayans and Aztecs and stuff, living in the Seguin area. Of this land that didn't belong to us, it belonged to everybody. And we were doing what, you know what us Mexicans do, we were outside barbecuing. Sure it was people, sure it was human beings, but we were barbecuing, sacrifice. And then the Spaniards came. Yeah, that's right. They're Eastern Europeans. Spaniards came, and Don Quixote was on his horse, and these dumb motherfuckers are like, he's a horseman, right? Like, it's a true thing. And so they were like, you're gonna speak Spanish now, and they're like, híjole, déjame. Because Spanish is a European language. So when you get mad at people for speaking Spanish, that's your fucking language, asshole. So then, Mexico started, and we built an empire, right? And then, the other Europeans came, the lighter ones. And then they came and developed Texas, and they made, you know, first the mestizos, then the Tejanos, and they're like, you're gonna eat, you know, it was all of it. We were in Texas history. It was Sam Houston, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and David Bowie. I didn't really pay attention. But they all came and they were like, you're gonna speak English now, because that's the bottom line. The Stone Cold said so. Then híjole, leave me alone. Tex-Mex was born. And we've never left the goddamn Seguin area. And they say, go back where you came from. I'm still here. We didn't cross the border crossed us. And what offended me most about this asshole is that he would have the audacity to tell me to my face that my great-great-grandfather was from like a long time ago. Let's talk about stereotypes for a second. You watch television and you see DNA 123 commercials, Ancestry.com, and it's usually an excited white person. You know, they're like, I went to Ancestry.com and I found out that my great-great-grandfather was British royalty. I'm like, bitch, my great-great-grandfather works at the Rodriguez tire shop down the street. He is 56 years old. You can't go to any Mexican wedding or quinceañera without getting 7 generations deep before you hit 65. Because it's just teen mom, teen mom, teen mom, teen mom. Come on, class, let's do the math. 0, 14, 28, 32, 56. Haven't hit 60 yet. I got that 7 generation pick, it's awesome. Social media is fucking ruining everything, dude. It sucks. It sucks, but that's the difference between ignorance and intolerance. There's a difference, because old people, they're just ignorant. They say these things, they don't mean it. They say like, oh, your colored friend. My father, grandma. But it's ignorant, he doesn't know any better. Like was there a colored person there? Is that what you just said? That's racist. That's an empty seat. Oh, I'm sorry. Whoops. I think we got that gold chain, man. Shit, I didn't see it. Can someone get him more candles? I'll just wave to jump shot's trash. So we, love you, Marquise. But that's intolerant on my half, because I'm not ignorant to it. That's the thing. Ignorance is when you don't know any better. You can't blame the person. Like when I was little, right? And I would see like a butch lesbian, I would see them and I'd say, hey, coach. And they never got mad. They would be like, hey, sport, and rub my head and shit, because they were probably fucking coaches. Come on, we went to school. Teaching that badass underhand pitch, like I'm fucking cool. They make great aunts. I don't know if you know that. Lesbians make badass tias. But like I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed that social media is where I get my news from now. Like I'm embarrassed about it. And it's been like that for a really long time. Like, and you guys need to admit it. Like, I'm embarrassed that I found out that the Supreme Court legalized gay marriage when everyone changed their profile pics to rainbows. Do you guys remember that? At first I was like, did the Lucky Charms guy die? What happened to Lucky? Did they finally get his pot of gold and he just... But no, the Supreme Court legalized gay marriage, and I said, that's great. Like. My gay friends and family were posting pictures in front of the municipal court with comments that said, I finally get to marry my best friend. Soulmate. Hashtag love wins. I said, that's great. Like, hold, rainbow emoji. They were sharing news stories from across the world. I saw one news story that said, 90-year-old lesbian couple finally weds. And I said, that's gross, but that's great too. I'm sorry, that's gross. Not because they're lesbians, because they're old. I mean, come on, those are some rusty scissors. Let's be honest. Scissoring is how, I don't know, it's like leg wrestling for a really long time, and the winner gets a UTI. Nine-year-old lesbians getting married. I give it 10 years tops. They're old, they're gonna die! I talk a lot of shit, but I wish I was gay. Oh. That's so fucking cool. You guys look like you're having such a good time. Look at the big smiles, it's awesome. Not gotta deal with women's bullshit. Like, I'm scared because, like, it would be convenient. Like, remember when we were kids, and like we'd invite, like, the first time we invited a girl over to our house, like, and our moms, you know, we're like, you stay in the front room, do not go in your bedroom, I don't want to see one closed door, and she needs to be out of here by 6, right? But then when your friends came over, then she'd be like, go to your room, close it, you can spend the night, just get out of me. And the whole time we could have been fucking! Oh my God! She would have known, she would have thought we were wrestling. It sounds the same like, oh. 1, 2, 3, I'm out! I'm out! I'd have a better time at the gym taking a shower. That'd be awesome, just fucking dick curtain. Dick curtains, like if you go to a gym in the men's locker room, you're just like, you know those like hippies that have those beaded curtains? It's just dicks, you're just, excuse me sir, excuse me. I just need to take a shower. And they make the same noise, because you know, some of them are uncircumcised and really? That grossed you out, uncircumcision, the way God made penises grosses you out. It grosses me out too, I'm not gonna lie. That shit's fucking disgusting. I know you like queso, but You okay? I got you mid-drink. Let it come out your nose, dude. Just let it come out your nose. It's okay. All right, yeah. It's called smegma. That's what it's called. You are all too familiar. You're not laughing, ma'am. I'm so sorry. Ginger uncircumcised duffel bag, dude. But I'm scared. Like, I'm nervous. Like, I'm like, dude, I'm telling you, I'm curious. Like, you know? Yeah. You're on stage with me, babe. Like, we can introduce you to her. Y'all can just I'm curious about having sex with a man, but I'm scared. Like, I'll put it to you this way. I'm as curious about having sex with a man as I am about, like, the new menu item at Taco Bell. I mean, sure, it may look really good on TV, but what's it gonna do to my butthole? Like, that's what I'm worried about. The bottom line, the end result. Am I gonna be on the toilet the next day like, why did I do this? Oh, the Diablo sauce. We don't have to get a UTI. That's why we have prostates. God put a boner button in our butt. Say that 6 times fast at Thanksgiving. I was at a show yesterday. God put a boner button in our butt. Boom. Things like... Sweet! That's a good little piggy. I like it. I got that kink. We go to the farm, man. I'll be Charlotte, you'll be Wilbur. I'll fucking do this all day. I got 8 arms. That was a Charlotte's Web reference, guys. Come on. I do children's shows. That's sort of like... that sort of prejudice like paranoids me because of the way that the media is now. Like, stop crying, I know you're like, I was sad he's got a boner button in his butt. Now it makes me not want to check his temperature. One of my biggest fears in life is being on an episode of What Would You Do with John Quinones. Anybody know? Are you familiar? Yeah, he's from San Antonio, blood. Yeah, so John Quinones is this. It's like a real serious version of the hidden camera show. You remember how fun it was, but this was just like, you know, child abduction. It's like, yeah, there's a camera. You fucking let that kid get kidnapped. And that's my biggest fear. Not that I would let someone's kid get kidnapped, but that I would be on that show because I'm like really paranoid. Every social situation that I'm in, I'm thinking, could this be a test from John Quinones? You know, because there's 2 types of people. There's people that do the right thing, that get interviewed, and I'm like, why did you stop that man? And they're like, I just thought it was just the right thing to do. And I'm just happy that this is telling the guy, I was gonna fight the guy. I really was. And then there's other people that are pixelated, they're like, look, I just wanted to mind my business and I didn't know what to do, right? Because they don't want to admit that they just fucking let something like that happen. I'll be in any situation. The other day, I was in a fucking sandwich shop, right? And there was someone ordering in front of me, and they were like, yeah, I'll just take some ciabatta bread. And do you have Gruyere or brie cheese for my sandwich? And then the guy on the other side was like, no, we don't. You need to stop. We don't serve that kind of stuff here. You need to get out of here. And I said, hey! Just because a man's gay doesn't mean you should kick him out for ordering a sandwich. Yeah, there's no cameras here. Yeah, fucking kick him out. Call the cops. And knowing my luck, me doing that, then the camera crew was, why would you assume that he's gay, sir, just because of his voice? And I'd be like, no, I just thought that it was just, he had a lisp, and I just, please leave me alone, I have a family. Enough of fucking filling this place on a Wednesday, it feels so good. Yeah, it really means a lot. My first time headlining to LOL, so thank you LOL for giving me a chance. There's a lot of comedians here in the back, and they're asking me, like, bro, like, you know, how do you do it, man? Like, do you have any advice for me to, you know, fill a room like this? And I'm like, yeah, dude, get cancer. Yeah, they got me on the cover of a magazine, they got me news stories, it's the best thing that's ever happened in my career. You can laugh, calm down, you can laugh. I have cancer, I could say it's like the N-word for, like, diseases. I could say it, cancer. I just, soft R. Soft R's cure everything. Try it. Like the N-word, let's say it together. Neighbor. Come on. What's up, my neighbor? See, soft R? What's up, my neighbor? My neighbor. My grandfather hates neighbors. Will someone get these neighbor kids off my porch? Go back where you came from, across the street! He comes from a different time. He's a black man, so he gets really upset a lot. The thing, say what? Uh-huh. See, it's harder than that. Very good. I'll tell you a little bit about my cancer journey. I had my 4th surgery at the end of September, and that fucking sucked. But, I don't know, it was alright. Like, for those of you who don't know, I have stage 4 kidney cancer, renal cell carcinoma. And I grew, actually, a grapefruit-sized tumor in my kidney and a lemon-sized tumor in my lung. And you guys have no idea how hard that is for a Mexican to grow fruit and not be able to sell it. Like, I was like, come on, doc. Let's get some twang. Let's make some margaritas. Let's fucking do this shit. And then I got a little bean-sized tumor that grew in my brain. And the thing is if there's any cancer patients or survivors or caretakers, talk to me after the show. We're family, we have a bond. And the one thing that we do to kind of lighten things up is we name them. We name our tumors. And it all started in 2016 before the election. So I named my kidney tumor Hillary and my lung tumor Trump, because I wanted them both to fuck out of my life forever. I was like, get him out! Get him out! But if you're not a Trump supporter, you need to watch what you wish for, because as soon as we got rid of Trump, a little beaner snuck into my brain and tried to kill me. So let's just think about that. I was like, could we build a wall around my brain and have the cancer pay for it, please? The doctor's like, that's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my life. And I went, I know, right? That's stupid. But it happened. And people were, they're trying to help, and you know, like I said, social media fucks things up. You have instant access to people that are acquaintances or close members of your family, and people are doing this out of love. But please, guys, if you have someone in your family, someone in your friend group, social circle that has cancer, just do us a favor. Quit putting those bullshit snake oil cure-all links on our fucking messages and on our walls. They're insulting, and you mean well, but it's just like, did you know the bee sting from the Bolivian hornet can cure cancer? And I'm like, I can't afford to go to Bolivia, you dumb fuck, and then, oh, I'll get malaria, but they can't. Get the fuck out of here. And then beets, oh shit, beets, have you tried beets? You should try beets. What about a beets cleanse? What about beets? Beets juice, have you tried beets? What about beets? Have you tried beets? You should try beets. Here's a link to beets. Have you tried beets? You should try beets. And I'm like, by Dre? Barely afford my fucking treatment. You think I can afford these fucking headphones? Get out of here. And then, oh my God, everyone was like, cannabis oil. You should try fucking weed. And you should try like marijuana. And so all those people that were offering me that, I was all like, oh, yeah, what's up? Yeah, let's do this up. And I'm gonna die laughing, man. I'm just like, let's do this shit. But here's the thing, I had a chunk of my lung removed. And I got friends that have nicknames like Debo. And they're like, hey, I heard you got cancer, dog. Here, hit this. And I'm like, I have half a lung. I'll die. And he's like, oh, I know you're a bitch. Like, I'm like, and I got my cousin Javi, poor guy. He means well, he's a sweet boy. But you know, he's fucking from the hood. He went to J, and like, do we have John Jay graduates in here? Oh, fuck. Y'all need metal detectors in this bitch. Y'all sneaking into Hill Country Fair microwave plates and shit. Ghetto ass motherfucker, don't ever. Exit 7, skip it. My cousin Javi, man, he was like, you know, he didn't graduate middle school. And he was like, hey, bro, hey, you ever tried edibles? And I'm like, that's a big word, Javi, very good. Very good. And then he's like, you should eat it, dog. I'm like, you eat it, bitch. Like, I was like, no, man, try edibles. And I go, what, like a salad? Like, I wasn't aware. And he's like, nah, fool, I got this bitch that'll fucking hook it up on some pot brownies. And I went, whoa, whoa, whoa. In this day and age, Bobby, we don't call women bitches anymore, all right? Second off, how much is she gonna charge me for these? And then he's like, oh, dog, she'll do it for free. I said, then tell that bitch to hook it on. Tell that bitch to hook it up. That bitch. And she did, bro. Like, she hooked me up with the amount of brownies that they give you at 9 p.m. at Bill Miller's. Like, she fucking filled that shit. Or they're just trying to get rid of them because they're closing. Like, I'm like, yeah, they're individually bagged. I'm like, shit. If I get busted, I'll have fucking intent to sell this motherfucker. But I was nervous, man. I was nervous and you know, scared the first time I tried it because I heard like pretty bad stuff. Like, have any of you guys tried edibles? Anyone there? Edibles? I'm not a cop. Yeah? Fucking psychopaths? Y'all are fucking, there's something wrong with you. Because I tried a little piece. I tried a little piece of the brownie, right? Tasted like grass. And I waited 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Nothing happened. I was like, oh, I took that a small piece. Let me wait till tomorrow. So the next day, I took a bigger piece. Ate it. Waited. I know you're high. Shut up. Took a bigger piece. Waited 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Nothing happened. And I went, bro, did the radiation make me immune to weed? Like, it's gamma, it's green. I got this. So I called Hobby, I was like, dude, it's not working. And he's like, well, how much are you eating? And then I'm like, well, I ate like a chunk. And he's like, fucking pussy. Dying, bro. You're dying like a bitch, huh? He's like, you gotta eat more than half. And so I was like, all right, so I went home, and instead of like a chunk, I ate half of the platter. And whoa, yeah, man, I got my sugars up. They were good. Put walnuts and shit. And I waited 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Fucking nothing happened. And I'm like, fucking Reggie ass brownies. Bullshit. And I went to sleep. I had a kidney removed. And when you lack a kidney, you piss a lot. All the water you drink. So every night I'd wake up at 5 in the morning to go take a piss. And on this particular night, I woke up with a belly full of hot brownies, upset because they didn't work. And I'm walking to the bathroom and I'm like, man, these brownies. Oh my God. And then my heart was like, and then my soul rose from my body, and I was looking down like, I can't see my dick! And I was like, oh fuck, I'm so high. I'm super high. Am I dead? Am I dead? Am I dead? Right? And there I was, my wife was asleep, and my body was still, but I was like, all right, let me just go back into my body and repossess myself. And I got up, right? I was like, oh fuck, okay, you're fuck, oh shit, everything's sinking. And so I said, all right, don't freak out, you're just super high, so just calmly wake your wife, wake Andy up, wake her up, and just be calm. So I just lightly, and just like calmly and quietly, just whispered like, wake up! Like, what's the matter? And I go, I ate too much pot! I told you not to eat those fucking brownies from Hobby, probably got hepatitis too! I'm not a druggie, what the fuck do you want me to do about it? And I went, Julia, can you please Google how to not be high anymore? And she did. She Googled it for me. And the first search result, she goes, why would you not want to be high anymore? That's number one in the search result, guys. So, I don't fuck with that shit anymore. Let's keep it natural. Meth, coke. That's just the natural shit. You guys are fun. They don't tell you all of the side effects that you're gonna get like after surgery or having cancer. I was lucky enough to not go through chemo, but when you're dealing with like, kidneys and bladders and shit like that, like, that's what you get. Not you ladies, Here's the problem. One of the major side effects that I had in this last one, I got a little beaner, came in and had to fucking fillet my shit, gordita style. So you know how when you're eating a bean and cheese and there's a rock in it? That was my kidney. And I open it, take the rock out, slice me in half. So I have like a little bit of kidney in there. And this is my first time headlining, and I quit drinking, and they're like, you can have anything you want. And I'm like, fuck you, God. Open bar, top shelf, I'll just have the water. But yeah, it turns out that I have erectile dysfunction. And this microphone is the hardest thing I've held in my hand in 6 fucking weeks. I'm like fucking having PTSD. I'm like, oh, finally! That looks so nice and it's black. The thing about there's a difference because I always thought erectile dysfunction meant that you couldn't get hard at all. No. It means that your erection is dysfunctional. A lot like the conversations you'll have tomorrow. Because it works, it just gives up. There's a difference between being impotent and having erectile dysfunction. Impotent, fucking turtles in a shell, it's not coming out. Erectile dysfunction's like, hey, what's going on? Oh, cool. I wanna, you know what? Fuck this. It's a lot like when you cook spaghetti. You have a good fistful of hard pasta, and then you want to stick it into that wet, boiling water. And you're like, all right, boy, all right, pot, you're gonna get it. And as soon as it sticks in, just fucking turns to noodles. It sucks! I'm playing not hard to get now. Like, it sucks. It's hard to explain, it's not hard. I hate the word hard. It's like, imagine you just fucking wanted to, someone was just heckling, and you just wanted to fucking punch them in the face, right? And you had your fist just fucking hard as a rock, and you're like, ugh, and you just caress their cheek. That's what it's like having erectile dysfunction. It fucking sucks. And sucks, and sucks, and sucks, and sucks, and nothing happens. Sorry. I was worried about tonight because I don't want pity. I don't want pity. Like, I want you guys to laugh regardless of me fucking having cancer and shit, because I'm gonna be one of those dudes that's annoying, like, as far as, like, you're still alive? You know, like the one uncle has been on dialysis for like 40 years and just keeps on like, you don't understand me, cool. I'm like, fucking die, bro. No one likes you. Hey, can you give me a ride to dialysis? No! Take the blood, do the home one. Like, I was almost on dialysis. I'm like, I'm gonna be that uncle, man. I'm gonna stick around and annoy the shit out of my family. And fucking bless you. But it's just one of those things because, like, you know, people with diseases and with handicaps, they don't want pity. You know, it reminded me of that episode of Saved by the Bell where. You guys remember Saved by the Bell, right? Yeah, that fucking white douchebag and fucking just like white privilege screech, yeah, zoinks, right? There's an episode where Zach was at the Max and you never been there, it doesn't exist. Woo, the Max chili burgers. What the fuck? And Zach was being Zach, fucking date raping some chick, right? And just like, come on, Goldie, come on, like, I got big sneakers, let's go. Go to this dance with me. And she was, you know, she was cute. She's like, are you sure you want to go to this dance with me? And he's like, yeah, you're, you know, I think we'd have a great time. She's like, okay, pick me up at 8. And she was in a wheelchair. And he was like, oh, ba-da-bum, commercial break, blow pops, sour apple. And you're like, what fucking just happened? I'm a child. And so then it cuts to him at the lockers, and it's right? There's Screech and fucking Slater, like, I'm a token Mexican, kind of. And then Lisa Turtle is all like, I help diversity, I'm crazy. And then Zach's all like, hey guys, so this chick I asked to the dance, she's in a wheelchair. I don't know if I should take her. And then Slater was all like, hey Preppy, you should do it, you bitch. And then Zach's like, you know what? You're right. It's the right thing to do. And there she was in her dress, in her wheelchair, and he's like, come on, let's go dance. And she's like, are you sure, Zach? And he's like, fuck yeah, all right. And so he takes her, and she still had her brake on, so it was like, right? And then afterwards, she's like, I had a great time. And he's like, me too, we can be good friends. Later, he friend-zoned a fucking handicapped chick. Fuck Zach Morris. That guy's a piece of shit, because she stood there like, I wanted to get dick down, but I guess not. Because that's the thing, guys. Have sex with handicapped people. They're still people. We don't want your pity. Like, you don't have to worry about me. I got noodle dick. Nothing's happening. It sucks to have an ED because now I'm like a mechanic. I'm like, all right, well, let's lift the hood, see what we can do. Give me my tools. Come on, let's see if we can get her started. Nothing. Give me the jackrabbit. Oh, fuck, sprung leak. And it reminded me when I was in college. I had a Zach Morris moment, right? I went to register, right? And here's the thing about me, and you guys, especially you John Jay motherfuckers, I have hood rat game for days. And white guys, I'll teach you. Here's all you have to do. If you want to get like a rata, like a fucking hood rat bitch, all you gotta do is ask them validating questions and add "or what" at the end. Here's the example. She was registering me for classes, right? And I go, "Hey, you work here or what?" And she was like, "Yeah, I work here part-time because I'm going to school or whatever." And I'm like, "What, are you gonna be a fucking doctor or what?" "No, I'm not gonna be a doctor. Like, put me up for prescriptions or what? I guess." And then here is where you get it. If you want a Latina chick, if she says these two words, expect a child. If she says, "You're bad," fucking, you're in it like a tampon, homie. You are fucking balls deep. If she says you're bad, that is the Hano for fuck me now. And so, I was like, "You gonna hook me up with meds or what?" She's like, "You're bad. You know what? I need to go get your files anyway." So she gets up and she had polio crutches. Remember I told you about I'm gonna fuck a girl with crutches? So she's all like, and I had the Zach Morris moment. I was like, "Oh shit," right? So she's like Doc-Ocking her way to the Spider-Man fans. So she's Doc-Ocking her way to where all the files are, right? And she looks back at me, and her legs were like, what's the medical term? They're chweck. Her legs were all chweck. Right? Was that too much? Fuck it. And so, she turned to me, and then she gave me a mouth that looked like, right? And here's the thing, whatever fucking spinal meningitis or multiple sclerosis she had, it wasn't a handicap, it was a gift from God. Because it arched her back the way you fucking chicks try to do on Instagram. And yeah, it felt like that. And it fucking, and then her legs were like that, it made this heart-shaped ass, and I was like, "Damn, Martha." You know what? I'm gonna fucking hit that. So I'm like, "What are you gonna do later?" She's like, "I don't know, I'll get a sitter." I'm like, "Fuck yeah, you will." And so I used to hit that all day and fucking Kermit the Frog, her legs would be all over the place. Parking was amazing. It was fucking awesome, and because of her handicap, it made things better. Have you ever open mouth kissed a woman doing doggy style? I have, because her back just fucking made her go backwards like that. And I kissed her upside down like Spider-Man. She's like, "Oh!" So fucking rest in peace, Monica. She was a badass bitch. She didn't die from her disease, it was drunk driving. I got manslaughter, so I didn't spend any time in prison. They gave me the life. So, I'll get out of here for a minute. Be selling shirts in the back, and be selling my Die Laughing shirts. So pick one up, right? And then, you know the saying, right? Happy wife, right? But not with a Latina. Or like happy wife, safe from knife, because those bitches will cut you up. I know I gotta go. You know what? Have you guys heard my breadstick story? Alright, this is my last one. I went way over, but fuck it. We're off tomorrow. So, me and my wife have been together for like 20 years. We have a 14-year-old who's been married for 12 years, do the math. And we, like, how long have you guys been together, if you don't mind me? I'm not picking on. Fucking 1 month? Fuck yeah, man. Congratulations. Good job. I'm not picking on you, that's awesome. You look like you're gonna be a happy couple. How long have you guys been together? No, you and the black guys. Oh, there really isn't somebody there. Don't worry about it. So, you guys are still in the honeymoon phase. You haven't gotten into these stupid fights yet. Right. Me and my wife almost got a divorce over breadsticks. It was partially my fault, okay? My wife comes home after work, and she's like, babe, I don't feel like cooking. And I'm like, okay. She's like, well, let's order a pizza. And I'm like, that's fine. Pizza sounds great. And she goes, okay, good, because Pizza Hut is having a special, $5.99, any toppings. And we have 2 kids, and I'm like, any toppings? We're just gonna get pepperoni and cheese for the kids because they run our fucking lives. And she's like, Larry, calm down. Yes, we're gonna get pepperoni and cheese for the kids, but you can have whatever you want. And as a father and a husband, I don't work out. Given a choice, my reaction was like, a choice? Okay, well then I'll take a Supreme. Give me a Supreme. She's like, well, you don't like all the vegetables that come in a Supreme. And I was like, I'm Mexican. I'll pick vegetables out of the ground and off my pizza. I want the choice to pick them off my pizza. And she's like, fine. I'm fucking cool. All right. And then, because she, manipulated me, right? Then I started acting all nice. And I was like, what about you, babe? What about my sweetie, my honey? What does my baby want? And I had a single mom and shit, surprise. And I can speak woman because I asked her, I said, what about you? Why don't you get something? And she said, oh, I'm not that hungry. And that either means, yeah, look at you, you're like, that's not what that means. It means one of 2 things. Either 1, I'm fucking starving, or 2, I ate when you weren't paying attention. And I was like, come on, babe, you get a pizza. They're $6, $666, that's the mark of the feast. You get a pizza. Get your own. And she's all like, well, no, I can't eat a whole pizza. You know what, if anything, I'll just get some breadsticks. And I'm like, are you sure? You just want breadsticks, not a whole pizza? She's like, oh, I'll just take breadsticks. And I'm like, okay, well, how much are breadsticks? She goes, oh, they're $9.99. For fucking breadsticks. Like I got demonic. She's like, no, babe, you don't understand. They're crazy breadsticks. I'm like, well, what makes them crazy? Are they outside the sidewalk fucking saying they're Jesus, fucking asking for change? Why are they crazy? Starting fights at comedy shows? Like, what fucking makes them crazy? She's like, no, they're crazy breadsticks. Like, they're bread, right? Avi breadsticks, right? And then, here's the crazy part. Then, they're smothered with cheese. And you can get, mozzarella or Asiago or whatever. And then you get to sprinkle a topping. And I like to get pepperoni pieces put on the breadsticks. And then you get your choice of dipping sauce. And I love to get marinara. So I get my crazy breadstick and I dip it in marinara. And I'm like, I'm a fucking crazy bitch. And I'm like, oh, cool. So it's bread. Yeah, I'll eat breadsticks. And what's on top? Cheese. And then he sprinkle what? What do you sprinkle? Crazy breadsticks. Pepperoni. And then you dip it in what kind of sauce do you dip it in? Bread, cheese, pepperoni, marinara. You can get $9.99 crazy breadsticks. Or you could get a fucking pizza for $5.99! How about this? I'll order you a $5.99 pepperoni and cheese fucking pizza and scrape off all this shit on top. And then put it in a nice little fucking cup that you can dip the crust in that you never fucking eat anyway! She said, I want a divorce. I said, over breadsticks! I'm out. I gotta go headline to LOL. Thank you guys so much. I love